Hello everybody, my name is Jennifer Maker and it is a beautiful day to show you how to draw your own designs on mugs on the Great Maker Show and Tell. So now that I have a Cricut mug press, I have been all about the mugs. I have showed you how to make a full coverage mug with gorgeous color from top to bottom, a hand lettered decal mug with cute coffee quotes and motivational sayings, a multicolored mug with animals made by layering infusible ink, and a pen and marker mug drawn with the help of a Cricut. But I am not done yet. I've saved the best for last. I am going to show you how to get your own drawings and artwork onto your mugs. Seriously, this is so cool. For example, this mug here has a picture my 16-year-old daughter Alexa drew for me back in kindergarten, so a long time ago. I love this picture and I keep it hanging in my entryway at home. I mean, how could I not, right? I reproduced the drawing onto the mug faithfully. I have a trick for it and I love it. It is so cool. Now, this mug right here, my daughter drew for me just yesterday. She says it's a Pokemon named Snom. She drew it right onto the paper, just like this, and I transferred her actual drawing onto the mug. Isn't that cool? And for us big kids, this one over here is a monogram mug. I made it with various colors of pens and markers, and it's nothing more than dots on paper. But I'm amazed at how cool it turned out. I'm going to show you how to do all three styles of mugs in this freehand tutorial. It's not hard at all. Now to make these mugs, we're going to use Cricut Infusible Ink pens, which transfer right into the poly coating of a Cricut mug, just like this. You want to use either Cricut Infusible Ink pens or markers, or both. Feel free to mix and match. The pens are great for drawings with lots of detail, and because the pen tip is quite fine. The markers are better for designs that you want to be bold and vibrant and striking. The pen was used for the I Love You mug and the Pokemon mug, whereas the markers were used for the monogram mugs. And remember, you need to only use infusible ink markers and pens. Sharpies and other non-sublimation ink pens will not work, so don't waste any ink on that. You also need some plain white copy paper, just like this, white laser copy paper, in fact, to draw your design onto. I recommend 2 sheets of the regular 8.5 by 11 inch paper per design, and I'm going to show you exactly why I recommend that, and it's going to make it so much easier. I'm also going to show you how to get it to the right size before you start drawing. Now, I cut this on my Cricut cutting machine, which was really easy, but you can, of course, just use a pair of scissors. If you do use your Cricut, you're going to want a blue light grip mat, the fine point blade, and you'll also need some heat resistant tape for your design. Now let's talk about the mug itself, because you can't use just any mug. It needs to be a poly-coated sublimation mug, so there's something for the ink to sink into. Cricut mugs are optimized to work with infusible ink, which is what we use in this tutorial. But if you can't find any of those, just look for white sublimation blank mugs like this with straight walls between 11 and 16 ounces. Dollar store mugs will not work, so don't bother, you'll be disappointed. To transfer your drawings onto the mugs, we will use the Cricut mug press. Yes, this cute little thing right here, it makes the whole transfer process super easy. And I will show you exactly how to do that. Now, I can't help you with the cute pictures, but I can show you my trick for tracing photos of your drawings onto mugs like this and give you blank templates for others to make drawings for you, as well as easy to use dot monogram templates. So let me show you where to find these templates, then together we will draw, apply, and press these mugs. Step 1, choose your mug design. First, you need a freehand mug design. You can make your own monogram, fun shapes like butterflies, or just draw it completely freehand. You can even trace an older drawing that you may already have. To make this super simple for you, I've created designs to help you get started. To find them, go to jennifermaker.com/294. Just go to the red bar at the top and look for libraries, and then either click Get a Password if you don't yet have one, or click Enter the library. Look for design number 294. You can find the files by searching the page for the design number, and then click it to download SVG cut files, as well as DXF and PDF patterns. Here's what each of the designs looks like once they're uploaded to Cricut Design Space. These are the dot shapes. They're stacked on top of each other. Here are the dot monogram SVG cut files. Again, they're stacked. And here is the freehand artwork template. For this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a butterfly from the first set of designs, a monogram letter M from the second set, and a traced drawing on the artwork template from the third set. Step 2, upload your design to Cricut Design Space. Let's start by uploading your design. We'll begin with the dot monogram designs, but just know that this step is the same for all 3 designs. First, open Cricut Design Space and upload the SVG file. For the monogram mug, I have included all 26 letters of the alphabet, so ungroup everything and choose whichever letter you want to use. If you're not sure how to upload an SVG cut file to Cricut Design Space, please watch my SVGs Made Simple training series at jennifermaker.com/SVGS. Now you'll notice that there are 2 sizes of mug designs in all of my files. The smaller one on top is for the smaller 11 to 12 ounce mugs, while the larger one on the bottom is for the bigger 15 to 16 ounce mugs. Both also include 3 extra cutouts stacked over on the right that will be used to wrap and protect your mug in the Cricut mug press. The first thing you want to do is select Ungroup on the right at the top of the Layers panel. Then find the monogram that you want. Remember, 12-ounce designs are in the top half and 15-ounce designs are in the bottom half. And hide or delete everything else just using the trash can icon over on the right. Here I've chosen the 12-ounce M design plus 3 wrap layers, which you'll want to keep for any letter that you choose. Now click Make It in the upper right corner. On the next screen, over on the far left, you'll see the 2 mats. Be sure to toggle the mirror on the top mat. You can do it on both if you want, but especially the top mat. Just click on the toggle button where it says mirror on the left and you'll see it turn to green. Now click Continue. Now note that there is no need to mirror the artwork template design as it is symmetrical. All other designs intended for Infusible Ink mugs should be mirrored, however. Now it's time to choose your materials for your mug templates. To do this, click Browse All Materials, then type laser into the search window and click on Laser Copy Paper, then click Done. On the next screen, I always choose More under pressure for a nice clean cut. And now it's time to cut it out. Step 3, cut your design. First, place 1 sheet of 8.5 by 11 inch laser copy paper onto a blue light grip cutting mat in landscape orientation, which means to place it on the mat wider than it is taller, just like this. Now load your mat into your machine by pressing the flashing arrow, and then press the flashing Cricut button to begin cutting. When the cut is all done, unload your mat, flip it over onto your work surface, and slowly peel your mat away from your paper so that it avoids ripping, tearing, curling, and it's just really a lot easier. All 3 designs include the 3 extra cutout layers that are used to wrap your mug and protect it when you put it into the mug press. These are very important to protecting your mug press, so be sure that you cut those out. So now put another piece of laser paper onto your mat in the same way you did it before and make the second cut. So now you should have your 1 design and then 3 extra wraps. Step 4, create your mug masterpiece. Now this is the fun part. It's time to tap into your creativity and make your mug masterpiece. First, set the 3 extra cutout layers to the side, and then grab an extra sheet of laser paper to protect your work surface. For the dot monogram mug, pick several complementary colors of Cricut Infusible Ink markers. I'm using red, orange, yellow, and green, but you can use whatever colors you like. For the mug featuring the butterflies, I used 2 colors, blue and green, but again, use your favorite color combination. Now place your design mirror side up so it should appear backward when you look at it on your work surface, and set that onto that extra sheet of paper just like this. Uncap your first Cricut Infusible Ink marker and slowly start making dots around the perimeter of the design cutout. Just use a straight up and down dotting motion so the dot is rounded. I recommend you make more dots around the immediate periphery of your cutout shape and less as you move away from that cutout, as this helps the design shape show up clearer on your mug. Here's what the dot design would look like when you're done. Of course, it won't be exactly like mine, but that's the beauty of this technique. It's an original work of art, your art. Okay, now let me show you how to trace existing artwork for a mug. I don't know about you, but seeing my little one's artwork just brings a huge smile to my face, especially now that my daughter is not so little anymore. That's why I love this design so much. You will also have 4 sheets of cutouts for this design. You'll notice one is different and has straight edges, and it's a little bit less wide. That's the one that you're actually going to trace and draw on. Now grab your phone and snap a picture of your child's artwork. Click Edit on that photo on your phone and mirror the image. This is also the same thing as flipping it vertically. I don't know what your phone will call it, but just so you know, it's either a mirror image or a vertical flip. This is what it looks like. Flipping it like this lets you use the Cricut Infusible Ink markers to trace the drawing backwards, so you can get it onto your mug and it will look just the way it's supposed to. Now to trace it, turn the brightness all the way up on your phone, turn down the lights in your room, and put the cutout paper with the straight edges over the top of your phone, and then just trace the drawing that you see here. I am using the azure blue marker and the red marker for my drawing, but of course you can use whatever colors you want. I also drew a design on the other side of the paper, so I would have art on both sides of my mug. You can do this too, or just leave it blank. It's totally up to you. Or why not give the sheet to a kid or another person to draw directly onto? I did this with my daughter. Just make sure they know that it'll be reversed when they apply it, so any words need to be written in mirror image too. Step 5, wrap your design around your mug. This step will be the same for all 3 designs in this tutorial. First, get your mug and use a lint roller to clean the surface of the mug. You want to get all of the dust and debris off before you add the design. Now place the mug in front of you with the handle pointing at you, just like this. Next, take those 3 extra sheets of paper you cut with your design and stack them all together. These will go behind your design layer. Now wrap all 4 pieces of paper around the mug. The design layer is the one that goes closest to the mug's surface. Make sure they're snug. The edges of the paper should meet up right inside the handle of the mug. So stack all 4 pieces together with the design in front, facing you, and right side up. And this is really important because I learned this the hard way. Be sure to double check that your design is right side up before you press anything. Next, take a small piece of heat-resistant tape and tape these 2 edges together. And that's it for wrapping it. Step 6, press the mug with the Cricut Mug Press. With the Cricut Mug Press powered on and the power button green, which indicates it's heated up and ready, hold your wrap mug by the handle and place it down into the heating chamber. Pay attention to where the mug handle is and make sure that the heat plate appears to be covering all of your design. I've found that moving the handle a little bit to the left, especially on the smaller mugs, helps a lot. Now close the clamp on the top of the Cricut Mug Press and double check that the heat plates are completely covering your design. If they're not, just open the clamp up right away, reposition the mug, and then close the clamp again. Pushing down on the clamp starts the pressing process. There's no other button to push or settings to worry about. The Cricut Mug Press will take the temperature of your mug and the ambient temperature of your room and determine the correct settings for you. It takes all the guesswork out. The little lights on top of the Cricut Mug Press indicate the progress of your press. An average mug takes about 6 minutes to press. When the Cricut Mug Press is finished, it will beep at you. Lift up on the lever to release it and pull the mug out by the handle, which will not be hot. Be careful not to touch the heat plate with the back of your fingers or touch any other part of the mug, as it will be very hot. You may notice some scorching on your paper when you remove your mug, especially at the edges, but don't worry, this is normal and it won't hurt your design. Immediately place your personalized mug on a heat-resistant surface to cool. I place my mug on the same mat that I'm using for my mug press itself, which is the 12 by 12 inch Easy Press mat, because it's right there and it's super convenient. Allow the mug to cool down before you peel off the tape and remove the paper. This takes anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes. When the mug is cool enough to handle, pull off the tape and paper and check out your beautiful creation. This is the mug that I designed with the butterflies. I just love how vibrant the colors look. Step 7, show off your personalized mug. I really love how all 3 of these beautiful artwork mugs turned out. They would make great gifts for any occasion, or really just a way to memorialize or commemorate a special event or something really cool that someone drew for you. I think you're going to find yourself making so many mugs with these techniques. It is a great way to get friends and family involved. You can put everyone's artwork and letters and drawings onto all of the mugs. Just imagine all the cool things that you can make. Now, if you have any more questions about making infusible ink mugs, whether it's freehand or just using the Cricut to draw it, or questions about using the Cricut mug press, let me know. I love to help. Leave your question below this video or ask over in my Cricut Crafters group at jenniferbaker.com/CricutCrafters. And don't forget, if you don't have a Cricut cutting machine, I give one away every month. You can enter for your chance to win your own cutting machine at jenniferbaker.com/CricutGiveaway. And that's it for today, but I will be back soon to show you how to make super cute gift boxes for all of these mugs that you're making, because you know you're going to want to be giving these away. Until next time, this is Jennifer Baker reminding you to craft the life you love.